we saw 4 facts which are very important. When we analyze what is impermanent, we have to see 4 facts which are very important to keep bringing in the knowledge of what? There is no permanent object, permanent person, or permanent situation in this world. This has to be acknowledged as a fact. This has to be imbibed as a fact. It has to be seen. The second fact is, since everything I know in the world is subject to time, it can never give lasting security or support. Never. That also has to be seen again and again with examining our life experiences. That becomes clearer and clearer. The third fact is that if I expect permanent security and support from the impermanent world, I am definitely headed for disappointment. So if I expect permanent security and support from the impermanent world, I am headed for disappointment. And the fourth fact that we saw is that yet the world should not be rejected as useless. It has a purpose. It should not be rejected as useless because nothing is defective in Bhagwan's creation. There is always a purpose in Bhagwan's creation for everything. Nothing is defective. So it should not be rejected as useless. So after Vichara, what do I understand? I understand that the permanent happiness cannot come from impermanent. Permanent happiness can never come from impermanent. People change, situations change, my own mind changes, objects change. So never depend on the world, never rely on the world, never rely on the world for lasting security and happiness. So this is the impermanent analysis we did last time. Important to refresh this because he also brings it up again. Because if I understand this fact, I will not have wrong expectations. I will not do this projection on the world, expecting the permanence from the world. It is my erroneous projection on the world that makes me, again, disappointed again and again. I always think this time it will not happen. This time it will be different. This time I will experience happiness. No, this is, again, a fact, a very bitter truth to swallow. It is a fact that we have to understand. The world is built in a certain way. It is built in a way to disappoint you. Can you imagine? The world is actually built in a way to disappoint you. Again, we're not bitter about it. This is the way Bhagwan has given it. Because ultimately the world is here as a schooling ground. It is there for you to learn and grow and move on, move with your lessons in life to grow further spiritually. Whole of life is for spiritual growth. We have to see this. It is not all this earning money, employing, all this partying, going out, all of this is not really what the world is for. There is a purpose here for my birth. We have to recognize this again and again. And this purpose is, again, to discover the truth of myself, to discover moksha. So when I understand this truth, there will be no sorrow or disappointment. I don't have expectations anymore from the world. It cannot give me what I want it to give me because everything is fleeting. So the whole world, you have to recognize is for my spiritual growth. And I'm here. You have to tell every morning when we wake up, this is how we should wake up. I am here for my next lesson in life. Oh Lord, what am I going to learn today? I'm here. Next lesson. This is my school, not going to the office or anything. This school is the life is my school. So when I live life like this, bringing Bhagwan in my life, every morning I wake up, bringing Bhagwan into my life, seeing that he is the only permanent reality there is. How do I know his permanent reality? I take Shastra as pramana. Our rishis have revealed that Bhagwan is the one permanent reality. There is no other reality. Everything else is fleeting, temporary, all incidental relationships, one fundamental relationship, that is one with the Lord as well. So when I understand this, then what happens? I gain the vairagya, which is the next thing in the list of qualifications. As soon as I do viveka in my life, automatically vairagya dawns. I don't need to force it in my mind. When I see these facts that we've just seen now, again and again I see it. And again, I actually experience it. The way that it becomes important in your life, this is again very important, is that you have to experience it in your life. You have to go through life experiences. By sitting in a cave, in a forest and studying Tattva Bodha, it will not work. I have to be in the thick and thin of things and see, yes, life is fleeting, life is passing, all these things, relationships, everything. By getting burnt only by life, by experiencing pain in life, do we grow? Unfortunately, that is That is what Bhagwan has given for us to grow. Pain in life is the one thing that helps us to grow. I've said this before. We never grow in pleasure. Nobody ever grows spiritually in pleasure. Imagine your life. Just imagine. Imagine if everything happened just as you wish. You just had this desire, suddenly it manifested for you. You have another desire, it manifests for you. Whole of life is like this. Day after day, everything you want just happens for you. What do you think you will do in your life? You will continue just as you are because you won't look for anything else. If everything is perfect for you all the time, sukha, 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 which is what heaven experience is meant to be like. Swarga is only sukha, the experience of happiness. In heaven, there is no experience of pain. But imagine a life where you have happiness, 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 happiness. What will you do? You will just be happy. I experience all this happiness and then die off. That's it. Now, is that the purpose of your life? No, it's not designed that way. It is an intelligent design. How beautiful. It is an intelligent design because it has two sides, duality, opposites, pairs of opposites. It comes inbuilt. Every object, Bhagavan says very clearly in the Bhagavad Gita, comes with the opposite. So the object that gives you a lot of pleasure in one moment has an inbuilt potential to give you pain. It is built in. This is part, again, Bhagavan's creation is like that. So sorrow and joy go together. Success and failure go together. Everything, heat and cold also go together. I will not know what heat is if I don't know what cold is. I won't know what cold is if I don't know what heat is. I need this pairs of opposites to survive on this planet because I need to, again, experience certain things in my life to understand what life is really about.